Hello, good evening. Today we are going to talk about photosynthesis. First of all, we'll see what do you mean by this photosynthesis. Photosynthesis can be understood by breaking the word into two parts, photo and synthesis. Photo means light. Synthesis means putting together or making something. So, photosynthesis literally means putting together using light or making something through light. In plants, this process happens when they use sunlight to combine water from the soil and carbon dioxide from the air to make their own food called glucose. This food gives the plant energy to grow and survive. During this process, plants also release oxygen into the air, which is essential for living organisms like us. In simply, photosynthesis is how plants use sunlight to make their own food and support life on Earth. First of all, we move to the first slide. As I mentioned earlier, photosynthesis is basically about producing food inside the plants. But not only in plants, this process is happening inside green plants, algae, and some bacteria also. Altogether, these organisms are called as autotrophs. They are using sunlight to produce food. So in that case, sunlight or the light energy is converting into chemical energy. Simply it means sunlight is stored inside glucose. All life on Earth based on this process. We'll see how is it happen. So you can see this is the diagram which emphasizing the photosynthesis. They are using light energy from the sun and they are using carbon dioxide from the air. You know, plant leaves have small pores or holes like structures called stomatal openings. Through that stomatal openings, these carbon dioxide like gases will be entering inside to the plant leaf. Rather than that, these plant leaves are green in color. What is the reason of this green color? Inside the plant leaf, there is a green color pigment called chlorophyll. So these chlorophylls are helping to trap sunlight. Rather than that, for this process, it is really essential to have water. How plants absorb water? Plants absorbing water through their roots from the soil. So, in here, I briefly explained what are the factors necessary for photosynthesis. Those are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight or the light energy. So, through this process, it will be producing two major products. Not two major products, two products. The major product will be glucose and there is a byproduct called oxygen. Major product is glucose and the byproduct is oxygen. So what are the four factors necessary for the photosynthesis? They are carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and sunlight. Before moving to the next slide, I will be moving to this slide. Who are the photosynthetic organisms? Basically, we are considering plants as the photosynthetic organisms. Rather than that, there are some other organisms who can do photosynthesis. They are microalgae. It means they are microorganisms. And there are macroalgae. They are little bit bigger. It means we can see these algae to our naked eye. Rather than that, there are some bacteria, not all bacteria. There are a group of bacteria who can do photosynthesis. To them, we are calling as cyanobacteria. So, the last one is the plants. As we know, all the plants are doing photosynthesis. So, not only the plants, but also algae and cyanobacteria are doing this process of photosynthesis. It means they have an ability to produce their own food. After that, you have to have an idea about the word equation and symbol equation or the chemical equation of photosynthesis. So, in here, carbon dioxide and water as well as light energy and chlorophyll is using. Those are the four factors necessary for the photosynthesis. So these four factors are using to produce glucose and oxygen. So this is the word equation. In your question papers, they may be asking you the word equation as well as a balanced chemical equation or the symbol equation. So this is the chemical equation. Here you can see 6CO2, 6H2O, light, energy and chlorophyll, and it is producing C6H12O6. It stands for glucose and 6O2. So they have balanced this chemical equation. We'll learn about these balancing of chemical equation in near future. So keep it in your mind. 6CO2, 6H2O, and it is producing C6H12O6 plus 6O2 when there is light energy and chlorophyll. Finally, we'll move to the importance of photosynthesis. Especially through this process, foods are producing. So without plants, without this photosynthesis, we cannot survive. Just think, we are human beings and we are depending on plants as well as the animals. So we are omnivores. If you think about a lion, it is a carnivore. Are they depending on plants? No. But if we go through a food chain, in that food chain, you can see grasses are eaten by a rabbit. Then a lion is eaten by a rabbit. So there is a indirect connection with plants. Even for whatever the organism, they are somehow depending on a plant. So this photosynthesis is really important for the survival of life. We'll see. The first one is producing food. Photosynthesis makes glucose. It is the primary source of food for plant. Animals, including humans, depending on plants directly or indirectly. And the second most important thing is releasing oxygen. Without oxygen, can we live? No. So, through this photosynthesis, it will be releasing oxygen to the atmosphere, which is essential for the respiration or the breathing of living organisms. And it is helping to maintain the carbon dioxide balance. So through different types of processes, carbon dioxide is emitted into the environment or this atmosphere. Exceeding the limit of carbon dioxide is causing different kind of environmental changes. So this process of photosynthesis is important to maintain the carbon dioxide balance. Photosynthesis removes carbon dioxide from the air, helping to maintain the balance of gases and reduce the effect of global warming. The fourth one, it is helping to provide energy for ecosystem. As it is the starting point of the all food chains, energy from the sun enters ecosystem through this process of photosynthesis. And it supports life on Earth. Without photosynthesis, there would be no oxygen, no food, and most life form would not survive. You can understand by using these first 2 points, without food and oxygen, we cannot survive inside this environment. In short, photosynthesis is essential because it provides food, oxygen, and energy for life on Earth. And it is helping to maintain the balance of this ecosystem. So, photosynthesis is really important. Without photosynthesis, we can't be survive. So that is the end of this presentation. So from next video series, I will be hoping to provide you the starch test and some other test related to photosynthesis. So we'll meet in next video. Thank you for watching.